Alright, I have clicked the start button, although I am not quite starting, because that's why it says starting soon. On. Let's get this thing up and running. Let's get this thing audio tested. I need to grab my water. I will be getting started shortly. That's what the starting soon is for. Hope to see a few folks in here. One in particular. Anyone and everyone's welcome, so we'll be starting soon. Alright. Everything has been accounted for. Except for the cat, for he is cute. And floofy. Hello, Jamie. Welcome to finale time. I don't know what kind of fuck shit is gonna happen. I've been going around doing a little bit of side quests. I decided to see what it would look like with like the classic look of Nora with the Nora face paint. It's okay. Definitely would have looked more like the Zero Dawn playthrough. This one is a good classic, though. Don't know if it fully fits the vibe of this game, but it's a nice classic. Alright, I had been like doing some salvage contracts. I am like 98% certain this game resets, that this game resets to before the main quest when you do the main quest, so like it's probably what I'm gonna do, just hop into the main thing. I have one side quest that I had on my radar for salvage contract, so like why not?
Acid will do a lot of damage.
Alright, I need more parts from you, don't I? Beep. Love the camera just going through the world there.
Okay, steady my breath. Thinking what's next.
Right, I can also just do this. So yeah,
There's the metal tower.
I fly now.
Those relics should be around here somewhere. Up there. Might be the relics. But how do I get to them?
How do I get to them? I feel like the challenging part of this quest was taken away.
Whoa!
But by the fact that I have
I guess that's the way down.
a flying mount.
Might be worth taking a look inside.
A flying
See what
mount,
I can find.
which, and this is the cool part, this is the coolest part for me. I can grapple to. That does it for me. It's like, oh, I'm flying? Okay, that's cool. Do a little quick little spin. That's neat. Oh, I can grapple to it from mid. That's the other thing too. I can do this from midair. Alley-oop. And then back to it. Alley-oop. And then back to it. Alley-oop. And back to it. There's another thing I've tested as well. I wonder if I can do it from from here, if this is a spot I can actually land at. Don't know if this is a landable position. Okay, okay. Yes! If you call your flying mount while mid-air or falling, and you're not like 2 feet from the ground, it will spawn, swoop in, and catch you. And that's cool as fuck. That's cool as that's cool as hell. All right, we have a main quest to complete. Do we have anything particularly compelling on main quests or on side quests? No. Pick up some skills that I'm probably never gonna use. Symmetry. Just go. Yeah, I've grown attached to the Tanakh the Marshal look. Oh, one more second. Alright. Now it should be all set up to do this thing. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Alright. We do this. Oh, right, and then like other energy cells from other titans, is it gonna be a thing? Why don't I grab one of those while I'm here?
Got the payload.
I have no need for this though. I thought it was gonna be like a cool collectible. I didn't realize it was, you know, just stuff. I guess it's not just stuff. I guess it is literally a nuke. A mini nuke. I could mess up someone's day. There's a Slither Fang over there. I'm gonna mess up its day. That is not what I... Okay. I guess I'm not gonna mess up its day. I hit the button to do a cool spin and forgot that I would then drop the thing. Do I get a second one from that same Titan, or is it like one off? It is fun to fly around in the Sunwing. Looks like I might get another one. Alright. Now then, I do want to try to mess up this, this Slither Fang. There's no real reason for them to be suspicious of my Sunwing. Don't understand why they are attacking me. They should not be able to see my form, essentially. Anybody here? Yup. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. You want a nuke? Have a fucking nuke. Get nuked, bitch. That was cool. Not nearly as effective as I was hoping for, but... No strike from above, no cool little... Oh, okay. 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 Seriously? You don't auto glide back out of that? That's kind of funny though. What if you turn on auto glide if it would let you actually fire your arrow or not? Yeah, fall damage is a bitch. What if it would let you fire your arrow or not on that? Because that's an option. You know what? Let's see what happens. Wait, hang on. Oh, it stops you from lethal. Okay, that's not bad. But also, I'm pretty sure I just got the... Yup. She didn't whistle. Let's try this again. Good to get that audio bug out of the way now. It seems to happen every single time I boot this game. At least once per day, about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes after the first boot. The only thing that fixes it is resetting. Now then. So it does not auto shield wing if you are firing the bow either. But I think I have to have the shield wing open in order to get the slowdown on firing the bow. So there's literally no reason for me to have auto shield wing on. If I die from fall damage, that's on me. Oh wait, I don't even... I can just fast travel this, can't I? I could. Or I could fly. I'll figure out the cool combat maneuvers when I actually play on the combat levels. Right now I just want to see the story. Hey look buddy, I'm taking you home. I didn't realize this whole time until like a week ago that every time I picked up bristleback salvage, I thought it was like broken stuff from a bristleback. No, that's the money that they dig up. And I didn't realize. I'm actually gonna take the other side to this base just so I can have the the save spot. Do I have anything to say? No, but apparently I get something after the end. Interesting. All this has been telling me so far is that there's more to this than what I know, and I love that. So let's do it. I knew as soon as I opened the base something was going to happen.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Fair.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually guess into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
I am curious how this dialogue, if this dialogue would have gone different, had I spared Regala. I have swung by another Tenakth camp after this. All of the rebel camps on the map have changed their name to holdout camps because Regala is gone. And now they refer to me as Aloy, champion of the Tenakth. What was it? Twice defeater of Regala or something like that. It was pretty interesting.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. With Regala out of the way, Hekarro and Tenakth are safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me.
I was just
But
listing
if
them.
I've learned anything about them, that is not a battle I am going to win.
Don't know if that's actually what she was supposed to say there, or just the token that I had picked up.
Did you see Katala's new arm? I never thought I'd see metal bound to flesh in that way.
Yeah, he seems happy with it. Probably because he could crush me like a grape with it.
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tenakth something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
I
Sorry
kind
to
of did.
disappoint.
Kind of did burst in through the ceiling riding a
Ready to
sunlight.
head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
In the new game plus, I'm absolutely
talked to any of
sparing
our new
Regala.
friends?
1 for the different dialogue, and 2 for the item.
Friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Sylens, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like
That was
a
a weird
cold
little
piece of metal,
audio bunk.
bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here?
I'll make sure Erend doesn't punch Sylens in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
Aloy, you came back with some interesting friends.
Wish I could say we don't need them, but Sylens and Tilda are here for a reason.
Yeah, enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right. I was hoping you could help me with something. It's about the Tenakth rebels, and it also has to do with the Oseram.
Really? That doesn't sound good. Let me know what I can do to help.
Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katala tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
I guess Sylens is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Maybe a little bit.
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I discovered an Oseram militant group. They call themselves the Sons of Prometheus. It looks like they're the ones overriding machines for the Tenakth rebels.
I thought that was something only you could do.
They're familiar with ancient tech, and they're as anti-Karja as it gets.
So, last year we stopped Durval and his cronies from blowing up Meridian in
Yeah,
retribution for the Red Raids.
Getting some
Now
weird
you're telling me
audio.
we have another group of Oseram trying to wipe out the Karja with an army of machines and bloodthirsty Tenakth?
Pretty much.
Oh, well, that's just great!
Is there any way you can help me find out who they are? Anything to track them down and stop them.
Yeah, I can send out some messages from Chainscrape. Get in touch with my contacts in the claim, see what I can find out.
I'd appreciate that. You should know. Sylens is involved with the Sons of Prometheus. He's the one who gave them the override tech to begin with.
Why doesn't that surprise me? That's probably all part of some master plan, huh?
At least we know we're good at wrecking those.
Damn straight.
I better get going.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Galvo.
You flew? Kotalo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost.
We are. Oh, we are. Well, once I clear
You
all the
sure you're okay
check
going
marks
on
off
this
your
mission?
names.
I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier. I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
Pobrecita.
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
Kotallo.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regalla's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses with an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes. Only more persistent.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
He's so cool.
I have to go. But I'll be briefing everyone on the plan soon.
Understood.
I saw that extra talking point back here.
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through. I don't quite understand this.
Oh, that's my Sunwing. I was like, hello?
There you are.
Hi. Hi, you. Do you have dialogue? You do.
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
I knew they were lesbians.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the Proving Lab after Far Zenith's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
Oh my gosh, there's so much on the other Zeniths.
When Beta escaped
Sure.
and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived
Straight up
this
calling
long.
influencers cults.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
So, Eric,
Thing I actually cared about
was he
Stanley.
always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
Speaking of the others,
I would
tell me
very
about the
much
others.
like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth, titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
Oh boy.
In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster could strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future,
I don't know if I trust you yet.
I see
Not
Liz's
fully.
dream fulfilled.
A little bit, but
A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
where are you gonna go with
We
this?
will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Don't even like the way you said that.
I've been tackling the design of the Ag Lab.
I think I did this
Place
one.
is gonna have a lot of seed stock to work with. My favorite? Sample 626. Calotropis gigantic.
I could do yours
I did.
if you want.
Okay. That's exit.
Yeah, of course. Don't mention it.
Did you need something?
Yeah, to go past you, Silence.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Do you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
He is good at what he does.
Take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with Carja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Carja and anyone who threatened the Tenakth.
And that's why
She
we
would
put her
have led
down.
the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Snarky. And well deserved.
Yeah?
I was thinking we could spar for a bit. When you have the time.
Oh,
It's the east exit
sure,
that has
yeah, of course.
the near save point, so
Might be
that's
a
what
good
I'm gonna
idea.
go save it.
Anchor.
Yeah, beating the crap out of me makes you feel better. I'm all for it.
Keep moving, keep warm.
My Sunwing just dutifully sitting there. Be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom and then we're gonna hop into this thing. All right. Let's do this thing.
Just you wait, Varl. We're taking those space lugs down.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? There we go. More data for the dome.
I miss Gaia. She would have said
All right,
excellent
people.
choice.
I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilla, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top.
Is that the
But
thing
along
that
the way,
is that the
we
thing that's
will
been in the
face
background
overwhelming
of this game's
resistance.
menu this entire time? I had a
Most
suspicion.
importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also,
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it.
Hi,
I'll need
Aaron.
a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the
Can't
best
put
place to
something
rendezvous?
like that in constant view and
On the
not
coast,
go
just
there.
across from
Yeah.
the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point.
I think my initial suspicion was that that was like their spaceship or something,
then
but
you
they
can
keep
join
saying
me.
the spaceship's
In
in
the
orbit,
meantime,
which makes sense.
Do whatever
so.
you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
Correct.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Before I forget, I watered those plants for you.
Oh?
I just know they meant a lot to you, and, well...
Thank you, Aaron.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already. Oh, earlier you mentioned something about Tenakth rebels and the Oseram, but we never really talked about it. I'm just saying, if you want to discuss it, you let me know.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those Spectres. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. Besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. Varl made the right call, you know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's have Aloy have a
I mean,
beer
yeah,
before going
yeah,
on the final
of course.
mission. What could go wrong?
Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
Hell yeah.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay? You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
Gotta bond with my boy Aaron, my preferred ship for Aloy. I'm seeing it.
Once all this is
Still
over,
like Petra,
will
though.
you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me. Or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
Cute.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katalo will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
That's definitely gonna have some kind of implication. And I'm afraid. Kotalo.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Katalo. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
Now that training time is over,
Why are you giving me side
what's on
quests
your
now?
mind?
We're about to go do a
The
thing.
Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
Ew, delete that.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were Tenakth, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored. I'll see you soon then.
It will be
So,
Silence, you actually have something to say to
else?
me?
I'll be going.
As you wish.
I guess you don't have something to say to me?
We need to get Silen's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle. I promise.
Welcome back, Aloy.
Do you have something to
Would
say
you
to
like
me?
to continue our...
You do
I
not.
should be-
I'll be making...
Oh yeah, I did one cauldron off screen as well, and apparently it was building a tall neck. So I helped build a tall neck. That's a thing that I have done now. It's kind of cool. Alright, save again. Be right back again. And then we can get into things. Alright. I'm back, let's do this thing. Gonna meet people down there.
Flying Sun Wings. Beta's gift. Now I can take to the skies.
Oh, okay, that is cinematic.
I better adjust. Squinting in all this rain.
Squinting all this rain. What rain? It was actually still quite a distance. So let's fast travel a little bit of the way there.
Champion, won't you sit for a moment?
Honor and strength.
There's been reports of rebel holdouts all over the jungle. A few set up camp just west of here. A whole squad's hiding out in the south. They've even managed to take over an area southwest of here, where the jungle narrows. Those traitors don't know when to give up. And our squads are at their limit. We could really use the help of a proven champion.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, sorts. Right. The super snappier bow.
Tread carefully, champion.
May your blade be bright.
Yeah, the sonic arrows are really nerfed here, so
The lowlands are dangerous.
it's just so far away. You know, had I explored the map, I probably would have found this facility.
Stay right there. He's charging in!
Just casually carving a path through all of this map that I haven't gone through. Ooh. That's definitely the thing that's in the main menu. Wait, I can actually fly through trees?
Getting down now. There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
Let's do it. Locked in. No more open world. End of the game. Let's do
everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
It's time.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Tilda just flies.
Are we
Okay.
all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy.
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Alva, you should be moving quicker than that.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Should try something other than fire.
Alright. Acid, you say?
Take a shot. Bottoms up. Hit it again. Aloy!
Need to hit it while it's covered.
Who's next?
Oof. Get me out.
Look at that thing fizzing away.
Kaboom.
Oh, they felt that one. I think we got it.
Really? There.
I think you're right.
Find anything?
Yeah.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way across. Hey, you swim. I'll stay nice and dry.
I didn't want to swim, I wanted to jump. Okay, so I can't climb out there. I can't move? Okay.
Can we please leave the cave now?
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We kill great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight? You choose.
Acid could work against that machine.
Do I not get the option to silent strike this one? I do.
Now we're talking. You got a weak spot. Oh, bitch! I can keep this going. Ha! Now we're talking.
That was a decent shot, I guess.
Better than any Oseram.
Any good loot?
A little. Tired yet?
Yep. Yeah! Clear those weeds.
We're through.
Well, I'll just leave it here then.
So you get walled
Here we
by
go.
the tail for almost no damage, does weird things to my brain. Yeah, I will learn the dodging mechanic.
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead one's handy enough. Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed?
Your worry was
You know,
that.
instead of a whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
More respect. I'll attack when you... That's the weak spot. Yeah! Get the fumes in your eyes.
Got it.
Oof. Seriously? Oof. Boom.
That's the quick
That was some more.
Aloy!
button.
Eating at its armor.
Yeah, this part on Ultra Hard is gonna be so bad.
Hit the weak spot. You showed that piece of junk.
I think that's all of them. Here, at least. Let's push
It's
on.
gonna be funny for you, yes. Oh yeah, no, it was honestly pretty funny when I switched on Zero Dawn too.
What do you get?
Just some parts.
Having to actually keep track of how to play the game. Yeah. You're gonna get so many messages like, oh, all these things are a threat. Ah, good to know there's heavy weapons I could have used up here.
Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
I'll try not to complain.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You all right?
Sort of. How many Spectres do the Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure. There, let the acid do its job.
I see.
You shoot like a Notaru, Aloy!
Didn't see that coming.
I see, so what you're telling me is Regala's bow is amazing. I see, I understand. Well, I'm glad
Come
it's
on.
mine now.
Up the slab.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Regala comes along and gets a whole warrior's death cutscene if you save her. Yes. Spare her. Yeah. I'm mildly aware of the fact that she still dies in here. That'll be for New Game Plus.
Alva and Kotallo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Oh.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those Spectres, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content.
Fuck yeah.
Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
I guess not all the Spectres are fighting our machines.
Ah, that'd have made it nice and easy.
It's not gonna take much damage from fire.
Pick it up. You need it? It's not beer, but it'll do. I guess we're not going for stealthy.
We are not.
That's one nice pile of scrap we made.
Was there a second one? Was there not a second one? Okay.
Big jump. To the right, I think.
Which means there's hidden goodies to the left. No? Okay.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry,
Another
Aloy!
one? It's here when you want it. Live long, kill your enemies. Hit the weak spot.
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
Ready to go on?
You know, I remember sleeping on those bolt blasters, and I would like to take back everything I didn't say about them. Paizo.
Whoa. Look at all this Zenith space stuff.
At some point, I'm supposed to get something called a Spectre Gauntlet. Which makes me think I either get it from here or I missed it somewhere.
This place is gonna come down around our ears. There's the guy who doesn't have to carry much. Yeah, well, when that happens, this thing on my back better work.
Someone is talking to us, and I'm not hearing it. Huh. Harry, I love you. You don't understand a thing that's happening, but you're ride or die for Aloy anyways. It's true. He's also having a full conversation with himself. The fact that there's so many supplies leading up to this is strange to me. So, oh, okay. Oh shit, we got the whole party cutscene climbing it. Alright. Oh. Okay.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith's inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless. You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up!
Are we supposed to be scared?
Oh. You should be scared. It's one Zenith dead, two Zeniths dead.
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
Go.
I gotta get to the top of the tower.
Go,
and
no
free
stop.
Beta.
Aloy, what? Run! Die, my seed, filth! Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network! Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
Good
got some unfinished business, little girl.
These guys are so white. Yep, they really are. They're incredibly white.
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Ooh, okay.
Whoa!
What the?
I can't let
What
catch
the
me.
fuck kind of T-pose shit was that? Oh, okay. Okay, he has an actual. Okay, those things make wires.
I'm taking you down!
Break, girl.
No!
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
Yeah. It was technology, Depot's tech.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Headshots. Deserved.
Now we're having fun, right?
She deserved that. It was an arrow to the brain. It shouldn't actually
Okay,
hurt that
I will
much. But this. True, it shouldn't hurt that much. Kill him. Yes.
In time. Go. Rescue your sister.
Hang on.
I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're all right.
The ancient ways must not be forgotten. Deserved. The old ones would be proud.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out.
No. No. I'm not allowing audio bug during the finale. No. I'll replay that if I need. I'm betting that it auto-saved right after that. Yeah. I was right. Okay, good. I was noticing that it auto-saves on every story beat. What does Aloy do when presented with a wall? Climb it.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have him.
Nothing can stop the power of parkour. True.
Erend, is everyone all right down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few Spectres.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay.
She doesn't know parkour. That's correct. And there's the Nemesis. First Nemesis mention. A word that I have seen attached to Horizon with zero context other than next game. And I'm glad that I do not know what the heck it is.
This is it. End of the line.
Touch.
Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. Systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth.
Oh.
Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are... astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence.
So it's endless space.
A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia. So you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy.
Damn.
But her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No! I've heard that before.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
Before I can do some damage.
What machine have I not scanned?
I better scan that thing first.
Okay, what machine have I not scanned? Okay, those are Burning Shore machines. What? Which one did I miss? I haven't scanned a Frostclaw. Okay. I scanned Fireclaw, but I didn't get Frostclaw. Okay, sure. Well, I remember to scan this boss. Also, hi. Okay. Hang on. plasma damage? Okay, right, stop it. Stop it!
I can endure. You cannot.
I better hit it before the plasma blows. Elemental ammo is making a dent in those gold plates.
Strike now.
You're not taking me, Tilda!
What in the literal god is that?
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
Kaboom. Do you have a second stage? Are you gonna second stage me? No? Okay. She actually does damage. Tilda's attempt at grooming herself a new girlfriend fails, so she's just gonna switch to the sister she didn't.
Why couldn't you just let me choose?
Why would you give me loot? Am I going to keep this shit? That would be kinda cool.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Seriously.
Come now, Aloy.
Of course he's known.
You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition.
Silence always knows and silence never tells. He's that kind of jerk.
The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
No, she wouldn't.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the 10.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hugs.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Family sometimes mean you, some buddies, your clone twin, and the guy nobody likes.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not
Hell
if it's
yeah.
that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
First person to put a hand on Aloy, actually, and she's not like upset about it. Good shit. Interesting.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
And we actually got Apollo and Artemis on this one. And Eleuthia down there. Very nice. Yeah, I'll see you at the credits. That was a fun game. Definitely a different direction than I was expecting. They introduced a lot of new stuff that I definitely did not fully take part in. that's gonna be all for my own time. The DLC will be coming after this at some point. Might not be immediately. I think I am gonna be picking up the dialogue though that makes that be a thing. Are you gonna have me? Are you gonna record like the flying through the entire thing? That'd be cool. Love this music. Do a barrel roll. Can I actually while I'm on this? No, I cannot. You gotta wonder how they'll get Hephaestus out of the super factory. Yeah. Especially now that it's aware of Omega clearance. At this point though, I will say, like, now that we have Gaia at like almost complete capacity, I feel like Gaia could literally just like talk Hephaestus down. She completely like out computing capacity it right now. The problem before was, I mean, as well as the fact that it didn't have a localized position, it was much larger or the same size as Gaia. Gaia is now bigger. I don't know. Because before, if they had attempted, Gaia had been going to get eaten by Hephaestus, and now that is not a concern. You gotta go. That is fair. Thank for swinging by. hope you have enjoyed the completion of this. I have enjoyed this game. I've enjoyed this series a whole bunch. Thank you for introducing me to it, despite the years between the introduction and the actual follow through. Gonna say, is there more, or was that it? I honestly assumed that we were just gonna go through the whole map. I want to see what the world is gonna reset to. I know we get a call on our focus about the DLC once we've finished the main story, which Yeah, do a barrel roll underneath the bridge. Proper gamer mentality. Fly, Birdo, fly. So are we going to the island for the final? Oh, in lovely memory. That one didn't fade. Appropriate. Alright. I appreciate the music, but we move past that. Fun game. Alright, where is it going to drop me? Put an end to the Zenith threat. Discovered Nemesis. I'll continue the Burning Shores DLC. Entirely new area of the map. Contact us shortly with the next steps to begin the journey. You can also replay the game.
Elizabeth had a dream for this world. I guess a lot didn't go as planned. And there are still dangers ahead. Maybe the biggest yet. But after what Beta and I accomplished, I have hope. We'll fight for Elizabeth's dream. Together.
Is that me, is that from me having flown past all of the stuff? Now the flight path is uncovered. That's kind of funny. New game plus start point. No, no, no.
Aloy, a certain complication has come to my attention that we must discuss. I'll be waiting at Tilda's. It's proven to be a useful headquarters for my inquiries into the Zenith base. And don't worry, I haven't disturbed her precious art.
Fine. I'll be there when I can.
Is that the Burning Shores stuff?
Erend was a trooper for lugging this thing around. And now I finally know how Sylens managed to build something so powerful. Data from Nemesis.
Cute.
What are you up to?
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have a Festus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
I thought there was gonna be more of a... I thought there was another thing to talk to Erend about, but I guess they all just left. I guess I'll never play a strike against Erend either. Okay, so I guess you can still find him at another place. Do I have a Gaia now? I have a Gaia now. Okay. I'm pleased. I thought the game was going to reset to before Singularity, but instead it actually goes completely after. Okay. Oh, I went to the wrong site. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. For the game, for the stream, for today. I'm going to do so much clearing of stuff that I had not cleared before.
Skin's cracking from the cold.
Oh. Yeah, I want to go talk to Varl as the last thing.
We did it, Varl. We stopped the Zeniths. We saved life on Earth. Well, for now, at least. There's another threat coming. I don't know how we're gonna beat it. But we'll face it together. All of us. Rest easy, my friend. I'll visit it again when I can.
Alright. That's what I'm going to call it. Thank you, anyone and everyone, for swinging by. That's gonna do it for me for this game's main story. Hope y'all had as much fun as I did. Excuse me. Hope you had as much fun watching as I did playing, and I hope to see you on the see y'all on the DLC streams. Night night, Twitch.